Entry-level luxury sedans have come and gone numerous times throughout the last 30 years, as consumer demands and tastes in vehicles change. This time around, these compact cars are playing the role as being the vehicle that will introduce millennials to more expensive brands, as recent studies have suggested that for the time being, younger consumers are buying sedans more than crossovers. Near the end of last decade, we saw new additions to this segment, such as the Mercedes Benz A-Class and the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. But 2020 brought us the all-new Cadillac CT4, which combines luxury and performance to make American luxury appealing once again. So here are the top 5 reasons why you should buy a Cadillac CT4. You often hear from consumers that automotive design is mundane and redundant, where every vehicle looks similar, sharing design cues, and rarely differentiating themselves among their competitors. It's not just in a global sense, but also within brands where manufacturers have gotten complacent over the years by producing smaller versions of the flagship vehicle, and basing the outward appearance of their lineup off of 1 or 2 cars. Cadillac chose a different path for the CT4, as it's unique in the sedan lineup for the brand. While it shares a similar headlight housing with its bigger sibling, the CT5, the daytime running light that extends to the lower portion of the front bumper is an aesthetic feature we see with the CT6. Together, these design elements helps this entry-level luxury sedan stand out. But also, more importantly, you can't confuse this car with its German rivals, as Cadillac has finally realized you can't beat European brands by trying to emulate them. Instead, the CT4 redefines American luxury in 2020, and its upscale look is encouraging to see from a once proud manufacturer in this segment. With Cadillac restructuring their sedan lineup over the past year, new and more affordable pricing was also introduced to position the CT4 as being a direct competitor to the Audi A3, Mercedes Benz A-Class, and BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. The best way to become an enticing option in this segment is to offer competitive pricing, and that's exactly what Cadillac did with the CT4. MSRP for a base model luxury trim is just under $34,000, which is within a $1,200 price difference when compared to the A3 and A-Class, and undercuts the 2 Series Gran Coupe by about $3,500. However, where Cadillac really stands out is with their engine options, and the pricing that comes along with it. As we'll discuss further in a minute, Cadillac's more powerful turbocharged 2.7-liter 4-cylinder engine becomes available just below $41,000, which is more affordable than a base model Audi S3, A35 AMG, and M235i. When matched up against the Germans, Cadillac offers the most performance for the price, and that leads us into number 3 on the list. Standard for the CT4 is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that puts out 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, overpowering the A-Class's 188 horsepower and the A3's 228 horsepower. But as mentioned during pricing, the optional 2.7-liter engine is really where Cadillac could make their rivals run for their money, as 310 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque will give enthusiasts a fun daily driver that's more affordable than other options on the market. Cadillac's primary focus in 2020 is torque, and currently there is no one coming close to matching that at $41,000 in this segment. Where the CT4 might fall a bit short is the 0 to 60 acceleration, as a sub 5-second time is the new standard to beat, and Cadillac rates the CT4 at 5 seconds flat. However, for the same price as a BMW M235i Gran Coupe, there's the CT4 V Series that, according to journalists, achieves a time of around 4.7 seconds, which is right in line with its competition. On top of that, rear-wheel drive comes standard, and that should appeal to drivers who want to have some fun behind the wheel. Of course, you can go with all-wheel drive for year-round drivability. If there's one characteristic of American cars that turns off enthusiasts, it's the lack of input and connectivity when behind the wheel. Cadillacs in particular have always been known to have loose steering, but the CT4's impressive and unexpected tight and almost European-like driving experience rivals the cars it gets compared to. Obviously, you're not going to be taking this Cadillac to the track, but there's enough feedback when driving on winding back roads where you do feel a sense of being in a sporty sedan. For the V-Series, the CT4 will be equipped with magnetic ride control and Brembo brakes, which will give you more confidence in tight corners, and would be our pick if you're frequently driving spiritedly. But either way, Cadillac's decision to break away from tradition and to provide a more responsive steering input is why the CT4 should at least be test-driven if you're looking at rival brands in this price range. And finally, at number 1 is the overall value Cadillac offers with the CT4. If recent history is any indication of consumer behavior in this segment, Americans will likely gravitate towards Audi, BMW, or Mercedes Benz, despite paying more in some cases to receive less. When you factor in pricing, performance, and even size, especially within the $33,000 to $40,000 price range, the German competitors actually fall short. However, objectively, the CT4's characteristic of being a jack of all trades but a master of none is why you could nitpick and say to yourself that the A-Class offers a better interior, or the Audi S3 might be a more fun car to drive. But if you subtract the AMG, M, and S badges off the German sedans, there is no question that Cadillac has a superior product. If there's one final word for the Cadillac CT4, it would be to set aside the biases and conventional buying decisions Americans make in 2020, and at least test drive this American luxury sedan. We think you'll be very surprised to find out that this isn't your grandfather's Cadillac. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the Cadillac CT4. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in other Cadillac models, make sure to check out our full reviews and comparison videos to help you find your next car. And thanks for watching.